give a shout out to Politically Street, man. That's one of the coldest names you can have. Because we out here in these streets, but these politics is trickling down, so it's all intertwined, man. So we got to figure out how to work it the way we work. So shout out to Politically Street.
All right, welcome everybody to another episode of Politically Street. I have with me today a good friend of mine. We've been knowing each other for
a good minute, man.
A good minute, man.
Long time, man.
At least, since 19. No, I want to say around about 2001, somewhere up in there.
I say about 2002, 3.
Okay, from there.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay, all right.
About 2002 or 3, but shit, it'll probably be longer than that. We just kind of, while it went through paths and crossed the path of some youngsters, we never knew. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes, sir.
First off, let me give my disclaimer. Politically Street is not a political podcast. We are here for information purposes only.
Yes, sir.
We do not endorse any candidates. You know what I mean? But we're here to put a positive message out there and to spotlight people that are doing astounding things in our community. So with that being said,
yes, sir.
Mr. Malik
Yes, sir.
Jackson.
Yes, sir.
With Malik Fragrances. You know
That's right, Malik Fragrances. Y'all see the name? Y'all see that? Well, hey, look at some blood, sweat, and tears came with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some overnight grinding to get that. You know what I'm saying?
So this little history with Malik and I, basically, Kmart used to be over there on Little York and Shepherd, and they converted into a flea market.
Right.
And so I remember walking in there, man. I just kind of started wearing, oils and things like that, man.
Right,
and then I ran into this brother, man, and we got to talking, and next thing I know, man, it's almost 20 some odd years later, almost. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, man, Malik, tell me where did you grow up, man? How did you grow up in Houston, or?
Yeah, I grew up in Acres Home.
Okay.
Right there close by Carver Park.
Okay.
Kind of down the street from Carver High School. I grew up Charter Street.
Okay.
Just typical. Growing up in the hood. And
did you grow up in a single parent household?
No, sir.
Okay.
No. I mean, you could say basically my mom, but I kind of stayed with my grandma.
Okay.
Like 14, I stayed with my grandma. Well, my grandma kind of raised me up a little bit.
The reason why I'm asking is because everybody that comes in has been a certain narrative. Like we grew up either a single parent household, or they may have mother and father in, and then dad, man. So I'm not just asking them. It's kind of how it's been going. You know what I mean? And so we all have a similar background in a sense, man.
Oh yeah. My mother and father was basically my life.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. So grew up in Acres Home, and then
yes, sir.
Then what? You decided to start selling oils right after box?
Well, no, you want me to tell you the thing? It was like I grew up there, and went to school in Acres Home. You know what I'm saying? Went to school. I went to from Aldine Junior to actually they bused us out to like Nimitz High School. High school in Nimitz. So growing up there was like regular. I had cousins, a lot of cousins, so. Going back and forth and growing up, seeing a lot. It wasn't that bad in Acres Home, like people claim right now. It was kind of family-oriented community. You know what I'm saying? We had friends from blocks to blocks. You know what I'm saying? We kind of, ride bikes, played at the park. You had Carver Park, Lake City Park, DeSoto Park. You know what I'm saying? So we went kind of all over. So, but basically getting into the, just basically growing up. And being, sometimes we be as being the curious youngsters. We get into a little trouble every now and then, you know what I'm saying? Grandma will put a little whooping to your backside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I had a lot of, my cousin them growing up, so it was, we was boys, you know what I'm saying? So my older cousin, as, going through through the neighborhoods, when you got a kind of big family, people kind of a little bit respect you a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you got a lot of kinfolk, a lot of my family members, they came from like Fulton, Texas, migrated to Acres Home, my grandfather people, and a lot of them from you know, street to street to street was all kin people. So, you know, just growing up there, a lot of family gatherings. You know, we have a lot of backyard barbecues. You know, I remember all that, you know what I'm saying? And as you get older, you know, time coming, you know, trying to see what you want to do with your life, you know. I mean, you know, getting out there, you know, kind of got out there in the street a little bit, but you know,
I think, and what I'm gauging, this is around like maybe the early 90s.
Right, about the late 80s, early 90s, by 88, 89, 90, you know, kind of like, you know, we going, you know, just hanging, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we still kind of, you know, doing a little thing out there in the streets, you know, having fun, you know, just put it like that.
Yeah, so, no, and I want to tell you, man, you can speak as freely as you want. I say, but this is a
okay.
No, yeah, man, just speak as freely as you want because I'm so the my last couple of guests, they were transparent. It's part of your testimony to get to where you are. You
okay.
Know what I'm saying? So one guy, he mentioned he did a stint, you know, staying in prison and you know, got out there. He has a publishing company. The other guy's out, he has his prison ministry. So all that is kind of, you know what I'm saying? So that's I want to give you that disclaimer. So you please
So you know, out there doing your thing, you know, we out there on the block. You know, that's just the next, you know, being out there, you know, making money, you know, doing that, and you know, making connections. You know, just like, I mean, that's what we did.
Right.
You know? I mean, working was outworked. You know what I'm saying? As a youngster, I mean, I worked a job as a youngster, but I always wanted to be my own boss. I mean, it was just something about that. I didn't like when people kind of talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just I had that type of attitude. You know. And my grandmother was the type of grandmother, you know what I'm saying, she was the type to tell you, hey, look here, you need to be doing this. You know, she didn't soft sugarcoat us, you know what I'm saying, she told us the truth. And I look at it today and I see if a lot of kids had a grandmother like that, they wouldn't be doing the thing, you know what I'm saying, they'd be out there trying to make things happen, you know. But that hustle mentality always been in me, you know what I'm saying, because like I said, I watched and observed because I grew up around a lot of hustles and grinds. You know what I'm saying? From friends to kin people to uncles, you know what I'm saying? So it was not hard for me to, you know, to actually observe that.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do something and take a positive outlook on that.
Gotcha.
So when I got into the fragrance game, you know, that was something that I started off, you know, just messing with all, you know, selling, you know, some of the friends, you know, getting them here, getting them there. And as I grew and grew and grew, you know what I'm saying, I transferred, that's when I got a shop inside 45.
Okay.
And which was good, you know what I'm saying, because
it
turned me on to a lot more other people, and it made me step out of my comfort zone. See, I was still trying to treat even though that type of, just like the game, you know what I'm saying? But you can't do things like that. But this is legally. You know what I'm saying? This is something that go take you to another far far, you know, far away from here. You know what I'm saying? To make you sweat your mind. You know what I'm saying? Say, I can take this far. I ain't got to be looking behind my back and looking over my shoulders or doing anything like that. So I look at it like this here. This is something I can take real far in life, and I can grow with this. I can build my own brand.
So let me ask you this question then too, because you actually were the first one to mention to me about Napoleon Hill.
Yes, sir.
So when did infusing when did you get exposed to Napoleon Hill?
Well, I've been exposed to Napoleon Hill a good while ago. I used to dib and dabble, but I had a partner of mine, man. His name was. He had this shop in Northwest Mall called Soul 21.
Okay.
Named T.G. Rhymes, man.
Okay.
And he told me about Think and Grow Rich. So this was like years ago. So I got it, read it. You know, the book was awesome. You know, I stayed up all night. You know, going at it. And so what happened was I started getting these. I said, man, I want my people to be up on this. It's a special type of folk. You know what I'm saying? You can't just put everybody on. Everybody ain't gonna know how to, you know, how to game.
How to apply, right.
So what I did was I ended up making a lot of copies of the CD because I remember my boy Lakewood, he kind of did some copies was across the hall from and did Lakewood Beats. And I remember me and you were sitting there talking about Napoleon Hill. And I said, man, go on, listen to this here. And man, I mean, it seemed like when I put you on, you took it farther than me. Now, I took some principles off of it, you know what I'm saying? Because that book there, that's how I actually built my business off of thinking.
That's what I'm saying, right. Mm-hmm.
I built my business off of that, you know, the dedication, you know, like the first thing was thoughts, you know, the second thing was like desire, you know, what you gotta have a desire for something and what you're doing. And also believe in yourself and don't worry about what nobody say. You got to, you know, you have to set goals, set your plan, and then you can take anything and go forward with it. It's just simple as that.
Right.
You know, and that's something that I think that what I did, and I brought things to the community, because I used to give away a lot of free stuff in the community. You know, here, take this bottle, wear this here, see how you like it. You know, that's how you get out there. You know what I'm saying? It's the same format.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're doing what you're doing, you know, when you do a legal thing, you know, you do illegal, it's the same format as you give. But as I built that, as I built my brain, I'm still building it.
Of course.
You know, it done built up, man. I got a bunch of clientele and customers, man, and I have some great customers. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But like I said, you know, when you building something, and I took Think and Grow Rich, and I used that whole format, you know, from goals and finding mastermind groups and talking to people who got that same positive mindset. You know, you was coming to shop all the time, and then we chop it up, we chop it up all the time, you know. And I'm like, man, you know, and man, we always whatever we chopped up about, it was A1, because when I left there, I got back and I would go read that book again. You know what I'm saying? I would stay reading that book and stay, and I built the whole format on Think and Grow Rich, and I loved that. And that was the first book I ever got into. That's actually, when the format is laid out to you, all you have to do is just put it into play.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Also, to that Earl Nightingale strength.
So you mentioned the Mastermind Alliance, and so I would come through there, man. And you, I didn't know we would have these kind of conversations back then. I'd be talking and just kind of keep moving. You know, you say I was talking about politics back then.
Oh yeah. You know, you just kind of like, hey man, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that.
Right.
I'm gonna make this happen. And man, as I seen the transformation by looking at you, I'm like, damn, he said what he was gonna do. I started seeing the whole transformation. You know, the people you hanging with.
Yeah.
You know, so I said, yeah, he done did his thing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm happy for him, you know what I'm saying? Because he did what he said, what he wanted to do. That's why I tell a lot of people, do what you want to do. Follow your passion and your dream, and everything else will fall in place. No matter what nobody say, who cares about what somebody say? You follow your own path and your dreams. Because it's going to be always somebody trying to discourage you, but you don't worry about that.
Right.
You keep on going, because Malik Fragrances will always, you know, prosper.
Right. So I was talking to you off camera. You said now that you're mobile now. I think when they closed down that spot, you know what I mean? So I think being mobile is better for you too. I mean, well,
to me, it's better because I got also stuff in I got also fragrances and stuff set up in other shops and places.
Okay,
so I don't have to move like that. And I also do a lot of shipping. You know, just now I just shipped a couple of to Los Angeles. I mean, Louisiana, Florida. I mean, you know, everywhere, especially all over Houston, because when the pandemic hit, people still wanted to get their product. I just shipped it, you know what I'm saying? So hey, it's all good with me. You know, you gotta find ways and means, and like I said, I always was a hustler anyway. You know, I always go grind, so I ain't gonna stop. And Malik Fragrances will be known like it is known. It gonna continue to be known, you know, because I'm behind.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
So basically, what I created this podcast for was to still build our community through unity.
Yes, sir.
And with the unity, we got to have our businesses on board as well.
Yes,
you know
right.
I mean? So, you know, my thing is to make sure and spotlight people who I respect. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so it's been put me on game. You know what I mean? And so
that shit, you put me on game. You put me on game. You put me on game, man. You made me step sharp my, you know, I'm like iron sharp as iron. I'm like, wow, you tell me what you go do and you done it. You done made it happen. I'm looking at you. I mean, I'm seeing the progress. You know, it ain't just somebody talking about it. I'm seeing.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So,
I definitely don't waste my breath. You know what I mean? Because to me, you don't know when your last one gonna be.
Oh no, we don't.
So
but you know what it said? Get rich or die trying.
Straight up.
So I mean, you know, hey, I ain't gonna give up. I never gave up.
No, you haven't, man. I say I'm seeing the progress and the proof of you not giving up.
Oh no, I never give up, Doc. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's something it's not even in me. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother used to spank my little behind when she tell you go over there. You know, you just gonna sit down, you gonna keep doing the same thing. Oh, I just want to see will it work. That's it. So I'm that type of individual. You know, I don't worry about what nobody say. I'm just gonna show you. Mm-hmm. And that's what you have to do. You have to always have the ability to know where you're going. Mm-hmm. And that's what Think and Grow Rich did for me. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. And it took me in one chapter, I know that chapter was desire. And desire in that chapter, he talked about it, when you have a desire for a thing, mm-hmm. and you know it's gonna work, mm-hmm. and you put it, you put everything in there, that feeling and you know that thought, it gonna happen. Because I've been in situations before, when I know I need to do this here, and it's something about it, I just sit back, and for the end of the day, it always come through. Because I've been had that thought sitting in my mind all day, and that's not sitting in there, but I've been activating it too. You know what I'm saying? I've been, planning with it, and hey, putting action behind it.
Let me ask you this one question, man. So, we have a lot going on in the community now. You know what I'm saying? And so, what would you just? How can we remedy what's going on right now as far as a lot of the I guess you could say violence or misguidedness and whatnot? How would you, if you had a young man sitting there talking to you right now, say, okay, Malik, man, okay, okay, you got your business, I get it, but I'm trying to get this money right now, man. How would you guide that young man or young lady now to change their mindset? Because really, the mindset is right because they're being entrepreneur spirited, but just what they're selling is, it's destroying the community, and two, it has consequences to these actions. You know what I mean? So what would you recommend, or how would you mentor that young person to be an entrepreneur, I guess?
I think the first thing that I would say is you got to understand their background first. You know where they come from. A lot of kids raising themselves, and that's all they know. So I would say the first thing that I would probably say is I would grab him, talk with him first to see his story, to see where they come from, and then from there on I would, kind of collaborate and say, hey, look, I know things could be a little better. You know what I'm saying? So what you need to do is you got to find yourself another positive role model, like a mentor or somebody first of all. And then start reading, man. Read. That's how I got out of my situation. I like to read. You know what I'm saying? That's how I built a lot of things. But I had to get around a lot of positive people first. Because negativity breeds negativity.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, because I got a lot of, family members shit out there too, you know what I'm saying? But they always come to me and tell me, hey Malik, I like what you've done with, how you talk to me, you know what I'm saying? Kind of stir them the right way, but I would talk to them first, because you got to talk, and you got to also show them, because nowadays kids want to see.
They want to see.
You can show them, talk to them all day, but long if they see you, if you're doing positive things, if you come talking to them, we need more structure as far as, I remember growing up in neighbor's home too, you had gyms open, where you go and, call the gym, play ball in there, and the summer recreation, you had a lot of summer things that was going on, but now you don't have that, so what you think you gonna get?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
And I know that was a tough question, but I know because I think, but still, when kids are watching this, they need to know, okay, somebody do care. This is what's
going on. I care about the whole community. I love Vegas home, man. I'm born and raised there. Yeah, man. Say, man, like we used to have a saying back in the day, and I never forget. I was probably about 15, 16. You hear the old cat say, I'm born and raised in this rustic cave. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna spend all my days. But the thing, I love the way. Because Vegas home is where I come from. It's my roots, man, and that's why I built my business first. You know what I'm saying? So I love everything about it. But the thing about it, I would talk to these young cats, sit them down, and let them tell me their stories of why they're doing this here. Because sometimes we don't listen to them.
That's true.
We gotta listen to them.
That's
see
true.
Where they coming from. We always tell them, man, y'all be quick, you stop, you do. Listen to them and see where they coming from. And then that's when you find the root of the problem. Then you can go and you can help.
Gotcha.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Find the root of the problem, sit back and listen to them, see where their problems coming from. A lot of them, you know, ain't have mothers and fathers in the household raising themselves, you know.
Right.
That, okay, how you go deal with that issue?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to open up communities, I mean jobs in the community, you know, businesses so we can hire some of them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And stop just thinking just me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to do all that. And we have to also sit down and be mentors and coaches to these young kids, man. They don't have nobody. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's why they're doing the things they're doing, but I would like to inspire them by being who I am and show them, hey man, you can make something of yourself.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
With
So
that being said,
community.
man, tell everybody how they can get their fragrances. First of all, give them your Instagram, Facebook, how they can, website, whatever you got, so they can go get Malik Fragrances.
Man, look at here. Go Malik Jackson, Facebook. Malik, you go see. I'm gonna have Malik Fragrances. You go befriend me on Instagram. Let me look on my Instagram phone, man, because you know, hey man, I'm all, I'm good. I'm kind of new to it, but I'm all good.
Gotcha.
I have, let me see, it should be Malik 6109.
Okay.
That's my Instagram. Malik 6109. That's my Instagram. To Malik's Fragrances, and you can also hit me up directly at 713-591-0596, or you can email me at maliksfragrances@yahoo.com. That MALIKS fragrances@yahoo.com. Instagram Malik 6109 and Facebook Malik Jackson. Hit in the number 713-591-0596. Hey, y'all can contact me, and Rob will let you know, my boy. That's my boy right there. Yeah.
With that being said, y'all, that's another episode of Political Street where we're out here giving our astounding community leaders, man, their flowers while they're here. Like I said, man, a little bit this brother here, man, I probably wouldn't be who I am today, you know what I mean? So I appreciate him, and I say, man, hey, man, let's keep pushing, brother.
Hey, all day, brother. Hey, man, Malik Jackson 6109.
Okay.
Yeah, Malik Jackson 6109. That's my Instagram. But man, Rob, man, I really thank and enjoy and really appreciate you for giving me this time to come here and express myself and what we need to do in the community. Because one thing that you always said, I tell people, I say, this brother's be in my shop, he say, Malik, this way you say, you know, you lean on what's coming. Malik, I'm going to politics, I'm gonna change a lot of stuff that's going on, man. Watch me, man, just watch me, man. I love Baker's home, man, and you're gonna see.
Yeah.
And I watched from the lighting of the tree. I watched who the politicians that you ran with, and you got a lot of stuff done. But I sit, and that's what a lot of youngsters need to see. Watch. And when they see that, they say, that brother for real. Because think about how many people have told them stuff and then they come through.
That's
and
true.
You just can't tell them nothing.
That's true.
So when I, and you know, I always just go in, man, I go to them sometimes, I'm like, yeah, fragrance in the car, just give everybody a bottle. You know, give them something to, oh man, I'm smelling good.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's something you gave them, they probably never had. Nothing, you know, hey, I'm wearing this Tom Ford, then you never know, hey man, that's Malik right there.
Yeah.
You got some fragrance? I have it all the time.
Yeah.
It's good to have that representative of yourself, you know what I'm saying? But it's also to learn.